Adrian!
I was hoping they would land on Adrian. You wanna take him? He's throwing. He picks him up and throws him into the audience, man.
He goes out and then he fights the audience.
That's the thing, man. Now he goes so berserk like that toss. That toss felt good.
Set him off.
Set him off, man. He just rabid now. So now some Three Stooges shit going on where he starts fighting security, and when there's no more security to fight, he just turns on the audience, the fans.
Throwing security guards.
Even they're like, God damn, what the
This place is a zoo. This place is turned into a zoo.
You're fighting me now. He's getting audience members in the ring. He's going to fight me.
Wait a minute, I got nothing to do with this. He's fighting the audience.
Yeah, he's dragging men.
You're at dtmerch.com. There's so many other things that you can do over there and see, such as our new videos that are up on TikTok and up on YouTube. But what I really want you to do is I want you to go and first of all, you can start by looking at that banner in the middle of DT Merch, clicking that so you can go over to x1entertainment.com/double-toasted so you can get tickets for Double Toasted live in New York City, Brooklyn to be more exact. That's April 1st. And that's going to be a show starting at 8 p.m. at the Roulette Intermedium for a night of comedy, games, and much, much more. You're going to have a great time while you're there. This retro review that we're doing, I really wanted to watch this certain film because of another movie that came out that people apparently are loving and going to see several times.
The higher you get, the harder it gets.
It was like brothers.
Keyword was. Now I'm just beat your ass. But that's Creed 3. Now, watching Creed 3 made me think about another movie in the series that Creed 3 came from. There are a lot of elements of Creed 3 that reminded me of that film. And that movie, just gonna tell you right now, is Rocky 3. Now, before we jump into Rocky 3, there are a lot of things about Rocky 3 that people remember it for, but most of all, they remember it for a certain man who went by a very respectful name of one letter, and that is Mr. T that you see right here. Oh, look at the nice camouflage booty shorts he got on right there. Now, I chose this particular video right here because Mr. T was known for being a very lovable guy. He was big, could even be intimidating, but he loved the children. He had his own Saturday morning cartoon. He had his own cereal, as everybody knows. And a lot of people don't even know he had his own rap song back then too. And of course, being a nice guy, it wasn't full of cursing and violence and, misogyny and all that. In fact, it was quite the opposite. He made rap clean to the point we said, you know what, I'm gonna rap about respecting your mama.
Mother, there is no other like mother. So treat her right. So treat her right.
It sucked, but we would never tell him that. A lot of people say that it weren't for Mr. T as Clubber Lang and Rocky 3, that movie would not probably be as good as it is today.
You got civilized.
Get out of here with you.
These broads.
Goddamn hater.
Tell you about these bitches, Rock. Get them out of here.
On the same corner, and I got lucky with my life, and it's driving you nuts.
Gotta get that look back, Rock. Eye the tiger, come on.
Yeah, you go on with that.
So watching this movie, man, I saw this in, there's a lot of criticism that this movie has received back in the day and today. They talk about it's probably one of the lesser Rocky movies. It's not as full as much depth as the rest of the Rocky films. And I watched this again today. I haven't seen it in years. I remember loving this when I was a kid. I saw this probably like about 3 times at the theater when I was a kid because I just loved Rocky when I was coming up, man. But as many people did. But Mr. T, of course, is the main reason why I went to see this. But looking at today, yes, it probably is one of the more basic Rocky movies, but there's a lot more going on in this film.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in this movie that I don't think this movie gets appreciated for. And maybe it does, but I've seen some of the criticisms today, read some of the reviews, and a lot of people still kind of take it as, oh, this is more the cartoonish Rocky movies. This is where the decline happened. This movie was so big back in the day. It was like, I think it was like, it was at the time it came out, it was the top grosser of all the Rocky movies. Because Rocky had become a franchise by that point. Yeah. I mean, they that just like Rocky started to rise, and that's what was so cool about the movie, because with the movie, it's about the rise of Rocky to the point where he has to be knocked down a peg or two. And it's kind of like that rise happened with the franchise itself. I remember I had a ColecoVision when I was a kid, and I remember it was cool getting a Rocky video game that finally like two boxers instead of two big robots of blocks of Lego people fighting each other. Instead, you got one guy that looked like an Italian, another guy like a Native American. But this is the Rocky 3 game from ColecoVision. As you can see, action-packed. You just went up and down as a fan blew very hard.
That's supposed to be people cheering. That's static. That's static. That's crazy.
That's what it is. Yeah, it's static right there, man. I'm going to say this, man. I think boxing movies, even Creed itself, probably they need to go back and look at some of these boxing scenes.
Yes. From
the Rocky films. This one opens up with scenes from Rocky 2. And I think today, with the technology that we have, all the accessories we have to get really cool and smooth camera movements and whatnot, man, there's just something about, you don't need all that with a boxing match. It's something about just putting the camera on the boxers and letting them brutally go at each other, man. Even though the sound is fake, I mean, none of these sounds, are real. And you don't hear these sounds when people hit each other, except in a movie. But you're a big Rocky fan.
Yeah, no, I've seen all of them.
Yeah, you know how they just put the camera on them and just let them just go at each other.
Well, that's been my biggest problem with a lot of the Creed films is that, as much as I like, especially the first one, I think the boxing is the weakest aspect of all.
Really?
All
I
movies.
love the boxing in the first Creed movie. The camera follows them around. I was like, I haven't been this excited about the boxing in a movie in a long time.
The first fight scene is very good. And after that, I couldn't tell you. The other ones, none of them stand out. But with these ones, I like that they keep the camera back, and you're just relying on your actors' choreography, and they sell it. It's not too flashy, it's not overdone. Where I think like the Creed films indulge in, especially this latest one. I like that it feels more savage. It feels more real and raw.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they're realistic boxing scenes, but as far as brutality, it's just nothing fancy about it. You just keep a long shot and let these two people just beat the shit out of each other.
Go to a fantasy land.
Black son of a bitch. Nah, man, it was cool. Just letting the camera just sit back and just show the punches. And I gotta tell you, it's not fancy fight choreography, but the way they just simply just knowing to time their heads to go back, jerk back was something that was pretty cool, man. Even the makeup effects were brutal, man. I mean, this is almost edging up on gore in a way.
Say one thing to my wife who's home.
You're like, God damn.
I know. That triumphant music.
She's like, well, he ain't getting no sex tonight.
I don't want to touch him.
Yeah, my legs staying closed tonight.
Store's closed tonight.
It's like his brain's been moved to one side of his skull.
It's all lumpy. Yeah. He just finished fighting Ghostface? Is that what happened?
Not an animal. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
But that triumphant, you won this music, and you're looking at him like, I ain't won shit. I won somewhere I could have lost.
Won what, a face? Yeah. Got him over there looking like, damn, Sloth from the Goonies. When the movie starts, what I love about this is such a successful franchise. They knew that there were certain things that were going to be a success before they even put the movie out. Like they knew that song, "Eye of the Tiger" forgot who did that song. Survivor. Yeah, Eye of the Tiger, man. They knew that was going to be a big hit. I mean, to the point they couldn't wait to rush into it. Like after Rocky got that ass beaten from the last movie, this movie cuts right into that song. And believe me, they put a long montage in this. They could play that song. Yeah. They play the hell out that song right there, man. At first, I thought that song, or that montage that we have, I thought that montage existed for the song. But there's a lot going on with that montage. For one, what I love about it, like one thing I forgot, because you think Mr. T comes in like later on in the movie. No, Mr. T's been lurking since the beginning.
He's been stalking Rocky.
He's been stalking. That fool's been lurking in this montage right here. This is bullshit. Cut that song.
That guy was a bum.
He's lurking back there like Thanos.
He was expected to look at everywhere Rocky went. He was there, man. But look, montages are very cliche for any sports films, but almost to self-parody for a Rocky movie. Rocky almost popularized the montage to the point where we make fun of it now.
I'm surprised he doesn't have a TM on montage.
Yeah, I know.
You got to kick back to Stallone.
But this is something, man. This is still, this is a third Rocky movie. I will say this, it's easy to look at the montage in this and kind of make fun of it today. I don't blame people for that. But this montage in this film, they actually do a lot to set up the story here. When's the last time you saw Rocky 3?
Oh God, it was years ago, but I watched it again recently. But it was the one I watched the least, other than 5.
Yeah. Oh. Mm-hmm. So if you look at this, there's a lot that they do to pack in some story.
Yeah.
Story setup. Excuse me, this montage right here, man. First of all, they do a good job of just showing the rise of Rocky from his last movie to this part of his life in this movie right here. And it's cool because they show the rise how an athlete or celebrity, but mainly athlete right here, how they would rise to fame and all the, and all the money and fortune that comes to them. But, it shows it for what it was like today, but also it shows it for what it was specifically like back in the 80s during when this came out. The man and his will to survive. Now, back in the 80s, you could have a lot of shit going on, but if you were hanging with the Muppets, if you were on the Muppet Show, that means you made it.
Yeah.
Shit, if you got a call from Kermit, you were in, man. If you were getting a call from Kermit eating Crunch Punch, which I don't think is a real candy bar at all, but that was, no, seriously, back in the day, y'all know how big the Muppets were, man. Mm-hmm. That's what it's funny to look at today because the Muppets, their heyday was in the 70s and early 80s.
Right.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool to see that because I remember when I watched the movie back then, I was like, oh shit, he's on the Muppet Show. And I was a little kid at the time. But what's really cool about this montage and what they set up and what I really think people need to give this movie credit for is that from the very beginning, they start setting up the contrast between Rocky Balboa and Clubber Lang.
Right.
And they do it in a really clever way, man. Or at least a really efficient way with this montage. Because what they do is they show Rocky succumbing to fame, while at the same time they show Clubber Lang, Mr. T's character, like he's hungry, man. It's almost it almost makes you root for Clubber Lang way ahead of time. Yeah, Rocky out there bowling, showing out and everything,
showing off.
Yeah. And so listen, I'm gonna tell you, man, I can't speak for everybody, but I early on was rooting for Clubber Lang, man, because I admired him. I felt sad for him, because Clubber Lang, you saw Rocky out there bowing. He's showing off now. He's really succumbing to the fame. It's going to his head just a little bit. Meanwhile, Clubber Lang, he's out there working his ass off. He's mad as hell. They also show how ferocious he is early on.
Yeah, he's vicious.
He's very vicious. They do a lot here, man.
And he's so shiny.
Oh, yeah.
Glistening, yeah.
Yeah. I got that chocolate rabbit sheen on him.
Like you put it in the microwave for like maybe a minute.
When the chocolate chips all gooey in the chocolate chip cookie. That's some gooey chocolate right there, man.
Very good.
That's the Easter egg.
Yeah.
Glow right there.
Yes. I told you, it's when you dip that Easter bunny or that chocolate Easter bunny in some oil.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it, man.
You get clever.
Also, they set up, what they're doing here is that they're showing how Rocky's fame is affecting everything that's happening in this movie later on. It shows how it's affecting other characters in here, man. Because, it's getting Clubber Lang pissed off, which is the catalyst for the main thing, the main story in this movie. But also it's showing how, and once you think about the movie, you think like, oh, well, maybe Rocky, maybe he was a little wrong right here. Because early on in the film, and they show this during the montage, Paulie, Adrian's brother, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting like jealous. But he's getting jealous because he's feeling really powerful. Like he used to look out for his sister. He used to look out for Rocky. And now he feels like I'm losing control of everything. Rocky is taking the spotlight away from me when I used to like really take care of everyone. I will say that I wish that they had explored the jealousy more in here because, and I know that's not the main point of the movie, but it really is pretty good what they set up between Paulie and Rocky, man. First of all, Paulie, at this part of the movie, he hates Rocky. Like I know people saying he don't really hate Rocky. No, he hates Rocky. Cause that fool, first of all, he goes to bars and gets drunk. And then he just wanders the streets.
Yeah, that's Paulie's MO most of the movies.
Paulie gets drunk and just wanders in the shit. Mm-hmm. And when he does it, he almost gets his mind off of life. Like Paulie just leaves the bar and just like if you leave the door open, he might walk up in your house. Like he just walks into an arcade and just kind of having a good time.
What you doing?
Yeah.
I like video games. Yeah.
Asteroids, that's a good game. Yeah, Space Invaders. That's hilarious. He just walking around
It's happy as hell.
just having a good time, man.
He looks like he's about to start some shit.
Oh, man.
Well, he is, but he's having a good time. He's like, hey, look at that. Look at those rocks getting blasted by that spaceship. This is fun. But then he turns around like, oh shit. And there's Rocky looking right at him on a pinball machine.
Trying to get away from you.
he's like follow me. He's so drunk he thinks it's the real Rocky.
He's seen 3 of them. Right?
What are you doing here, Rocky? Hey, you following me? There are some really good character moments in here. And I think this is a good moment between Paulie and Rocky because Rocky just lays it out to him. He's just like, hey, man, look, you're my wife's brother. I care about you, but I got to get real with you.
So I want to tell you something. This is coming straight from the heart. You're just a jealous, lazy bum.
You're not a loser. You're just a bum. A lazy, no good bum.
I mean, he's not wrong.
No, he's not.
With all due respect.
He's not. But, watching this now, you take this for face value because you think like, all right, you know what? Let me see if I have this clip here because you think like, all right, Paulie's just jealous, man. And Paulie is jealous. That cannot be denied. But let me see here. Let me see if I have this here. If I got the clip I'm looking for. Because, when you look at it, oh, there it is. Because when you look at it, you think like, all right, he's just hating pretty much. And there's no excuse like that, like a no good bum loser would. But I thought about this after looking at after watching the rest of the movie.
Can I have a job?
All you had to do was ask.
I almost beat your ass. I almost killed you, man. What are you talking about? Actually, that's a funny scene. There's some funny stuff that goes on in this movie.
You punch pretty good.
Think so?
Oh, superb.
So these are some of the deeper things that I think people don't see in the movie and this is why you have script writers who like spell it out for people, instead of letting people figure it out on their own. If you look at this, you're looking at a moment like just in a few minutes that we have here, Rocky's already letting fame go to his head. We kind of see that. Paulie's feeling hurt. And this thing, Paulie's probably jealous, because he envies Rocky, but also, he has his pride on the line. I mean, he had to almost get his ass beat. He's crying. He had to lay it all out there, to just finally just ask Rocky for help, man. And, they don't really spell that out for you. It just looks like Paulie's an asshole. But I really felt bad for Paulie after watching the movie and looking at things in retrospect. Paulie's not, he's not in the right here. But I see it more as a prideful thing instead of just a jealousy thing, too.
Listen, even in the original Rocky, Paulie's dealing with jealousy constantly. He's like, yes, he always brings up the thing of like, I should jump with my sister. It's like, that's kind of all he did. And when he does that, then she starts focusing on Rocky more to the point where, Paulie, you're not taking care of me anymore. You're my sister. She loses it and says like, oh, so what? I have to be there to clean your dirty underwear and pick up after you come home drunk all the time. It's like Paulie's always been this way. The thing is, he never changes.
Paulie actually made him lose his fortune, right?
Yeah, he did. He messed up with all the money.
Scumbag,
No, he is, and so the fact that like Rocky has kept him around all this time doesn't even make any sense. But I like it. I think that's cathartic for the fan base when he called him, "You're just a lazy, jealous bug." It's like, yeah, that's what you are, and he's great at it. The actor's fantastic at it. That's what he is.
I forgot that this man was in the movie.
I'm coming after you, Balboa.
Got this Godzilla music.
Kaiju. Big blonde kaiju.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan, y'all. Hulk Hogan's in the movie. I forgot about
his big
that.
screen debut.
Yeah, is that it?
Yeah. Matter of fact, he got the note from Stallone saying, "Hey, I want you for my movie." He thought it was a joke. And he skipped out on his wrestling matches to do this and got fired from the WWF. But then he blew up so big from this that they brought him back and built the whole thing around.
Wow, so it worked out for him.
Yeah.
Man, look, it's ridiculous. But if you're going into this movie just to see how over the top insane it gets, it delivers on that, because I mean, they do a lot of stuff I don't know if they could do today. I mean, he probably could because he plays the heel. He's the villain. So he comes in with all, not just being mean and scary, but he's throwing out all kind of ethnic slurs and stereotypes.
That's his whole Hogan.
Thunderlips is here. The ultimate male versus the ultimate meatball.
This giddy wop dago over here. Yeah, we figured out Hulk Hogan really is racist.
He was perfectly cast.
Yeah, he wasn't acting.
He's been telling us for years.
Yeah, he wasn't listening.
No script necessary. Did that off the cuff, top of the dome. That was right there.
Great at improv.
Thunder lips. Those racist ass lips. And see, I know he's doing this because he's supposed to play the heel. He's like in wrestling. Like he comes in and I guess he's just playing the character.
Listen, after the match, how about we get a Polaroid together, okay?
You're in trouble.
I'm like, all right, okay, I get it. He's playing the villain role. He's acting. But then this is how crazy this gets, man. So I can understand where the criticism with this movie comes in, and I can't blame anybody for that because this shit gets so insane. He starts, like Hulk Hogan, Thunderlips, he starts doing things to Rocky, shit that would cripple a man, kill a man.
I sure enough can break your back.
This is for charity.
Before Bane, there was Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, it's charity for the handicapped.
Trying to break his back.
Break his back.
I like Bane.
Yeah. Oh, you can't do that shit.
But it's all fake.
But he didn't know that. He's like, wait a minute. He's like, wait, hey, this is crazy. And then I thought, well, shit, they weren't done there because I thought, well, I guess that's about as insane as they're gonna get. No, this shit turns into a cartoon. like really, when he starts picking them up, they started doing some Marvel shit, Start doing some Avengers type shit and Looney Tunes type stuff.
Adrian!
I was hoping that he would land on Adrian. You want him? Take him. He's throwing. He picks him up and throws him into the audience, man.
He goes out and then he fights the audience.
That's the thing, man. Now he goes so berserk like that toss. That toss felt good.
Set him off.
Set him off, man. He just rabid now. So now some Three Stooges shit going on where he starts fighting security, and when there's no more security to fight, he just turns on the audience, the fans.
Throwing security guards.
They're like, God damn.
Put him down. Put him down.
Yeah, Waldorf and Stadler. They're like, what the hell is going on? We don't even have jokes for this now. He stepped, that security guard got stiff when he flipped him over. You see that?
This place is a zoo. This place is turned into a zoo.
You're fighting me now. He's getting audience members in the ring. He's going to fight.
Wait a minute. I got nothing to do with this. He's fighting the audience.
Yeah. He's dragging men.
He's like, well, shit, since I'm committing crime, I'm about to just go to murder.
There comes Paulie with the chair.
Now, see, Paulie ain't that bad. Paulie had his back.
Bang his boy.
No, he's looking at his meal ticket.
Yeah, sure. Come on, yeah.
The money.
But hey, Rock might have been dead if it weren't for Paulie. Paulie saved the movie. What did he say? My money. He's not my man. He tried to murder him, man.
Yeah.
Tried to choke him to death. Of course, this is Rocky's movie, so Rocky ain't gonna be down, man. Rocky turns the tables. Rocky jumps on his back, spider monkey style.
So go sleep.
Get this Guido off me. But he starts choking him out.
Hanging on like a bull terrier. Now he's down in a stranglehold.
Okay, that was kind of cool, but then they get to the bullshit part right here.
Oh, yeah.
You know
The most unrealistic part in the scene.
Yeah, this is just plain fantasy right here. This is like the Running Man or something. I like all those people wanted to catch him. He crushed those people. That was pretty. Yeah. So it's just some people leaving in a wheelchair. Some people never walk again after this. Just his ass alone.
Yeah, I know.
Get his crotch off me.
But hey, it was all part of the act. I mean, listen, and I get it, but no, bullshit, no. So now they're friends.
Yeah, pretty good.
Oh shit!
Good match. Hey, why'd you get so crazy on me out there?
That's the name of the game.
So hey, like we said, he's the heel. He played it up,
Played his part.
Yeah.
played his part.
He does this every night. He knows how. He knows how.
Rocky didn't. He's like.
If I told you, it wouldn't have been authentic.
So now they go off. Yeah, it was all for charity. Because he didn't tell Rocky. They put on a good show. Now they can be friends and take pictures for the crowd.
Sometimes charity really hurts.
Meanwhile, there's 3 security guards and 20 fans with concussions and broken arms out there.
You go back to that picture. You see Adrian's face.
Yeah, I know. She's staring at him like, ooh.
Yeah, she ain't over this.
My man. She like olive oil.
He really is the ultimate male. I do like the size disparity between Stallone and
Hulk
Hogan. Because Stallone's only 5'10".
Yeah.
He's as tall as me.
Yeah.
And Hulk Hogan's 6'7". I mean, he's nearly 7 feet.
And they even say that Stallone, he got himself down to ideal fat to body ratio, man. 2.8, and they say he only weighed 155 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's muscle. He was all muscle, but he didn't even break 200. Mm-hmm. So so there's a lot of that's camera work that makes him look so big. But here's something about that wrestling match. Guess who was there the whole time?
No, I'm not yet. Not for the meatball. I'm not done him yet, boy.
Save some for me.
I'm just fancy for this.
Wow, it's a charity event, so he put on a tux and everything. Yeah, he knows it's gonna be a gala.
I like the frills.
He's got to be me. He's got to be himself.
Of course.
This angry ass got a tux on. Got Smokey Robinson behind.
He's gonna blend. I'll blend in with this tux.
No. Damn mohawk and shit on
And feathers.
That whole time.
Yeah. I pity the fool. So we already saw that he's been stalking Rocky, as you see, even at other wrestling matches and charity events. He's there, just mad. And so, he's been stalking him the whole time, even harassing Mickey at certain places, man.
I want Balboa. You hear that, man? You tell Balboa, come here, blood. Tell me what to say. Are you next? I'm gonna get him.
Why is he yelling at me?
Mickey's like, oh, Jesus God, he sees me.
He was like that.
You hear that, man?
That was with this black woman. Shut up.
My black girlfriend.
He thought the hat was going to keep him hidden.
Yeah. Incognito.
He thought having a black girlfriend was going to keep him safe.
Exactly.
No.
I'll see with that black woman. It don't make no difference. I'm going to kill him. Don't kill you. For taking on women. I'm not with her. Bullshit. You are.
Oh my God.
This dude, that's one of the things I loved about the movie. Like, this dude is actually terrifying because he's a villain. He's a villain. He's on Rocky's, like everywhere Rocky goes, he's there, either studying him or finally to get in his head, which brings us to like our favorite, my favorite part of the movie when he shows up for that big statue reveal.
Yes.
Philadelphia salutes its favorite son, Rocky Balboa.
That don't look like me. He's like, who's that?
They've gone way too far.
Yeah. First of all, before we even get to Rocky, this is my favorite part of the movie right here, man. The only thing he loves more than talking shit to Rocky is saying, shut up, old man, to Mickey. He says that several times.
You're not why you can. Don't get a sucker no statue. Give him guts.
Why don't you get the hell out of there?
Shut up, old man. I ain't going nowhere.
I think Mickey would learn to shut his mouth. but the Clubber Lane got a few more shut up old mans in them.
You're a disgrace to this sport.
Shut up, old man. You that chump to know where to come from.
I think at that point Mickey was like, you know what, I'm gonna shut up, old man.
He did ask me nicely.
Clubber Lang, and I will say this, and I'm just being honest about how I feel. Clubber Lang is not a deep character. Like a heel in the wrestling match, he's the heel in this movie. Just someone just to boo. But Mr. T, on the other hand, is fantastic. Mr. T is so charismatic.
Yeah, yeah, that's word for it.
He's what made that character fun. He took a basic villain on paper and turned it into a great villain on the screen.
The little man don't want to come to me. Then I'll come to you people and lay out the truth. You see, he don't fight no real man.
Oh,
here it goes, though. Oh, here it goes.
Yeah.
You man.
Nah.
This part.
The problem is, yeah.
He antagonized Rocky one too many times.
The problem is that Mr. T is too good in this role. You should hate him. You should hate him for the thing that he does right here, but he's too entertaining.
Hey, woman. Hey, woman.
Huh? Who, me?
I'm a woman, yes.
Yeah. Since your old man ain't got no heart, bring your pretty little self over to my apartment tonight, and I'll show you a real man. You want you?
I'll get you. Man, listen, sexual harassment should not be that funny.
Oh, man.
The way he put it, though.
But he made it. He made it entertaining. I don't
Made it work.
I'm not proud of laughing at this, but that's my favorite line in the movie.
Oh, that's great.
Absolutely it is.
That's the favorite part of the entire movie.
Yeah. Hey, woman. Hey, woman.
And she's like, ooh, me? Yeah. She's like, I'm a woman, yes.
And the way she's like staring as he was talking, and Rocky looks over her like, you like this shit? Why you looking at him?
Mickey's been looking out for him. And that's one of the cool things about this movie, because it's about what happens when Mickey's gone. One of the coolest things they could have done in this movie is getting rid of Mickey, because now that's an extra layer of this movie that, again, people don't get this movie credit for. Mickey was it's almost funny because Mickey was keeping Rocky stable for a while, and now that Rocky got money and Rocky got fame, Mickey's kind of losing Rocky. And that's why he tells him, like, I don't want to fight this guy. I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. You're not, because I think Mickey really knows that Rocky's head isn't in it.
Yeah,
at this moment.
that he's gotten soft.
You can tell by the
Got
way
civilized, as he says.
Early on, I root for Clubber Lang because Rock is not taking anything serious. Rocky's out there bullshitting, man. his training sessions are nothing but sideshow circuses, man, and just an excuse to sell merch. But for some funky disco shit. Pushing. Shit look like he got his training sessions looking like Comic-Con.
Get your Rocky rolls here out of the truck. Rocky rolls out of the truck. Clean stuff.
She go home.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a body pillow.
She's gonna use that for her body.
It's written all over her face right there.
Smothering that shit.
That's a good shot.
This is looking right at the camera.
Boy, that pillow was dirty that night.
Even the pillow's looking like, help me. Well, take me.
It's funny because right there we have it framed. Rocky on there looks like her.
Yeah, you're right. Wow.
They got something out there selling merch. They got disco singers there.
This is him training.
This is him training.
Wow.
Training.
Yeah,
It's a circus.
We got that disco perm.
I love the collar, man. The open collar. And those.
That deep V he got going.
Deep V,
I think he's gonna fly away.
He's gonna fly.
He's gonna fly away. Yeah, those collars.
Oh, that's somebody said that's Frank Stallone.
Oh, really?
That is Frank Stallone.
Wow.
Yeah.
My brother.
But they cut his ass off.
So you get
Frank Stallone is actually that's Sylvester Stallone's real life Paulie. What this is showing you that really fame has officially gone to his head. He's out there pleasing the fan more than he's trying to train for this big fight.
Excuse me, can I get a kiss?
Yes. Get out of here with you.
The broads. Yeah, you bitches, I told you.
And that was Stallone's wife.
What was it?
Yeah. At the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was nice. I mean, his career, you know.
He probably would have said that too.
Career, get out of here. Because Clubber's he's taking all this seriously. I mean, he's
working out like in, I don't know, attics and basements and shit. I don't know where he is. It's like everything feels like so rusted. There's wood chips everywhere.
Because he's working at places that are uncomfortable so it can keep him angry.
He's working at his lair. Yeah. That's what he's doing.
He's working at the most uncomfortable places, getting splintered in his ass. It's probably cold in there because he wants to be mad. Every time we see him working out, he's like,
This one, that one.
Shit, the women who have sex with him come out black eyes.
If they come out.
If they make it out. Yeah, that's a risk.
Yeah, good luck.
I rooted for him because he's focused. He's into it. He's definitely more focused than Rocky is.
He's hungry and he really, really wants it.
Yep. So he was my guy, man. And I rooted for him until the fight happened. I realized he's not focused. This crazy.
I want to do no talking. I do my talking in the ring. Get out of here. I want to be alone.
He's like an animal in there, man.
Yeah, he's pacing like a tiger in a cage.
And listen, he's crazy, but I will say this. He did warn them. He said, leave me alone. And they didn't leave.
told you about face.
Yeah. When I said, nah, man, this dude is insane. Like I was on your side. Now you must be stopped now. Like he just starts attacking everybody.
Yeah.
Like he starts attacking there's another one where he just starts attacking people. Like people just had nothing to do with this. Just like if you're too close, you might get pulled into it. Like somebody did in this scene. Somebody was just standing there and they got thrown over a staircase.
You made me wait too long. You know the pace. Come on, now. I got him. Get him out of there, catch him.
Bottom of them shoes, man.
Yeah, man.
He threw a cop over the ledge, man. Mm-hmm. And as I said last week, ain't nothing funny than seeing the bottom of somebody's shoe when they go flying. Got holes in his soles. Yeah, I love that, man. Yeah, and after attacking people, he's like Hulk Hogan, man. He goes into a frenzy. He starts trying to fight Apollo Creed. Before, like in the ring, before the fight starts, he's trying to start another fight before the fight.
Get out my face. Don't need nothing you got no more. Don't need no hair been messing up my corner.
And you better get that bad look off your face before I knock it off.
Damn.
Come on. Wanna jump? Jump.
Don't need a has-been. Not a has-been, a has-been.
You want to do something so bad. He's like, shit, I'm scared. This kind of follows what Rocky 2 did and Rocky 1, where they just set the camera up and just let the punches kind of speak for themselves. Now, like I said, the only thing that's kind of crazy are the sound effects because that don't sound.
Yeah, it's like somebody slamming a suitcase closed.
I was trying to wonder what that sound was like. That's perfect.
Also, with their boxing technique, nobody's throwing jabs. It's all
swing
Because it looks cool. That's why. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, and that's what they want to deliver here. Like they want to show these hard punches. Now, these punches be leaving themselves wide open, man.
They do.
Yeah,
and tiring themselves out.
Yeah, but that's what they want to do here. Like they all are tiring themselves out. And this is movie boxing, y'all. This is not realistic boxing. What they want to do is they want to just show the brutality because
it's slugfest.
Yeah, and that's what they're trying to do here because they want to show how hard hitting this man is because they want us to believe that he's the guy that can knock Rocky out. And because we have half a movie left, we know that's exactly what's going to happen. Rocky been down. He hasn't been training right. This dude has been angry and hungry and fierce. We still have another 40 minutes left, so Rocky's going down. His neck should be broken.
Yeah. He pulled that punch all the way from Mississippi down in the Delta and swung it around North Carolina. And he came back up to Philadelphia and got him.
Hell yeah, it did. But it was a death blow.
Shit.
Look that way.
Yeah, look at that.
I'm surprised his head didn't spin all the way around like an owl and then unwind itself.
Shit, man, anybody need better help after that? I mean, he wants to talk to somebody after that one. Hey, did you just get your ass beat? You might need some better help. Yeah, y'all. We make jokes. We sit and have a laugh, but keep in mind that mental health is very serious. This segment of the show is brought to you by sponsor BetterHelp. BetterHelp, BetterHelp. And while we make jokes and whatnot, it is important to take care of your mental health. You know, I always tell people out there, it's not the stigma that you think it is. Oh, I got to have really serious psychological problems or deep thoughts of hurting myself or, you know, I hate to use this word, but some people say it. No, I got to be crazy. You know, listen, don't do that. Don't do that. Sometimes taking care of your mental health is all about just clearing your mind. You want to function better in life? You know, you want to organize better? Organize your mind. Talk to somebody. Get it all out. You know, therapy can be used for anything from serious problems to trying to organize your mind, get your life together where you organize anywhere from your job to just organizing your house better. Or maybe you have relationship problems that you need to talk about. There's a lot that therapy can help with, and this is why I think you should consider BetterHelp. Give that a try before you do anything. The reason why you want to try this is because it is designed to be very convenient, very flexible. You got a tight schedule, it's designed for that. You know, it's taking advantage of the technology that we have now, which does make everything more convenient and streamlined for us. You know, all you got to do, when you get there, all you do is you just go there and you fill out a brief questionnaire. You're going to get matched up with a licensed therapist that seems like they suit your needs. And if it's not working for you, it's all right. Just let them know and they can switch therapists at any time you want. You can also do this with video or you can do this with a phone call, however you want to do it. That's up to you. That is how convenient this is. So really, you got no excuse right now. Everybody agrees that taking care of your mental health is something that you should do regularly. Hey, just like you exercise your body, got to take care of that mind. So start out with BetterHelp. And here's something that's even better for you right here. If you sign up right now using our code, betterhelp.com/doubletoasted, then you will get 10% off your first month. But really, as I say, you know, if you can't get help with BetterHelp, then get help somewhere, but start with BetterHelp. It's a good place. I just made it very convenient for you. They make it even more convenient for you. Save you some money. That should ease your mind right there. And you got no excuses, I said. I want to thank BetterHelp for sponsoring this portion of the show. And I want to thank all of you out there for all of your support. All right, where were we? Let me see.
Rocky's getting his ass beat.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's where we were. Oh, yes. That's right. Rocky getting his ass whooped. Listen, we knew before any punches were even thrown, because that's where the real, we've seen Mr. T, AKA Clubber Lang, be ferocious and intimidating. But, once he gets in that ring with Rocky, once we see them face to face, finally, before any punches are thrown, we knew that was his ass.
Dead meat.
Yeah, I agree. And we saw that ass whooping that he had. You think that, all right, you won, man. Maybe this whole thing was an act. Maybe now you'll be, I don't know, happy. No, he's a bad winner.
Yeah.
Damn.
Now he's looking to beat other people's ass. What do you want to
I hate you all.
It's like he's out there taking that shit on everybody.
We love it when he hates us. Yay!
Get him off me.
He just worked himself up too much, too far.
Yeah, this dude's just angry.
Yeah.
Like nothing's gonna make this guy happy. That's what I say. He's a lost cause. Nothing's ever gonna make this guy happy. And on top of all that, out of all the heinous things he's just done, he killed Mickey. Damn, he must have got kicked in the nuts. That pain. Oh, God, Rocky, why'd you let him do that?
I told you not to fight him. It's your fault, Rock. It's all on you.
What, you having a heart attack? No, my balls hurt. Motherfucker kicked me in my nuts.
Oh, damn.
We all know that Mickey was going to die, though, early on in the movie, because they had that... Yeah, they had that heart attack right there. Plus, even before that happened, they had the one last time speech.
Don't. Mick, I do. I'm asking you to train me one last time.
You would.
You would, wouldn't you?
Yeah, they both these subtitles.
Between the two of them, Rock is like, Mick's like, I'm like, all right, yeah, what did he say? I'm sure it was heartfelt between the two of them.
Sure.
Like he didn't even make a noise. He just creaked.
I tell everybody he bought a new pair of underwear in 2 days.
What?
Somebody understood. I guess.
Burgess Meredith sounds more like the Penguin now than ever.
Jesus.
Burgess Meredith is great in this role.
No, he is. He's
yeah.
great. He's great. He was nominated for an Oscar for the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
So, we hear the speech. He's already given the heart attack face, so we know he's going to die. It should be a sad scene, and it is. It would be sadder, though, if we could understand what Rocky was saying.
Damn it, man.
Oh,
come on.
you really can't understand what he's saying.
No,
I mean, it's an ugly cry. I mean, I think that's the point. I understand what you're saying.
He's like, what?
What's
Don't give a shit. So I probably get a bigger share.
Yeah, I'm his trainer now, right? Yeah, I get his money.
You know what? If you had the subtitles on, it'd probably just be a bunch of question marks.
It'd be B-U-H-M-U-P-P.
It'd be inaudible.
Yeah, inaudible, yeah.
Yeah, man. Because you want to feel bad for him, right? You want to feel bad, but it's like, it sounds crazy.
But that first part, So we see now that this movie is more than him just fighting Clubber Lang. And I think that's what a lot of people kind of failed to see. This is really him fighting his humility, man. This is him finally having to confront being alone. This is him fighting his pride. This is him trying to come to terms with his humility right here. Mickey's gone. And this is probably the time that Rocky needs Mickey the most. not only is this dude, he just got his ass beat by this guy and everything's going to come crumbling down for him. But, we see how much Mickey guided him.
It's his father figure.
Yeah.
And he's lost that.
Yeah.
And so he feels even lonelier.
And Mickey was protecting him not just against boxing and whatnot. He was protecting Rocky against his insecurities. Because all those insecurities come out now that Mickey's gone.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, he did lose so much in one day.
He did.
I mean, losing the fight, losing his father figure, remember his family, but he's not the champion anymore.
No.
So all
He's a
those
bum.
parades and parties, that all goes away.
Yep.
And the moment Mickey died, the world just converged on him. He's like, you can't fight no more. You're too old to fight. You just got your ass whooped.
Damn.
It's so this is, when you look at it in a way, Clubber Lang is kind of the hero of the movie because it brings him back to the realization, like, I got to go back to being the confident person that I was. And I got to do this without Mickey, I don't have this anymore. Clubber Lang was the one that actually brought him in to be, to being confident again. And also kind of getting him out of that whole, that fake fame mentality that he was like really, really falling into. He beat him back into reality.
Yeah. Well, the movie is very meta because Stallone was going through this himself after the Rocky movies had become so popular.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, there's so much what they fill in there. The scenes of Rocky being famous, being on the Muppet Show, was just scenes of Stallone himself doing all that. But yeah, when it blew up, blew up a franchise and became the biggest movie. And he came time to write a third one. He was like, I don't know where to go with this until he looked inward and went, oh, wait, this shit I'm going through. How would Rocky deal with it?
Yeah.
No, that's good. And also to go back to your fact that Clubber Lang was right the whole time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
And to an extent, he won.
Now, I do remember watching this as a kid. Like I said, I saw this about 3 or 4 times in the theater, man, because I love the Rocky movies. I hadn't seen them in a while, which is why it was good to see this again. But I remember when we saw this as kids, some of the neighborhood kids went, and we had our Batman Superman moment, because it was so cool to see these guys who were enemies team up and like in this scene. I remember even as a kid, I remember the audience cheering for this scene right here.
That's not the way to do it.
Who's that?
You hit it straight.
Like, how long you been standing there? You've been waiting all night for this.
The whole time been waiting for you.
Practicing this. That's Apollo Creed, man, finally coming in and saying, hey, man, you need some help. And I remember everybody thought, oh, my God, they're joining forces. And that was now that is a blockbuster movie moment right here.
Yeah, because you got to think about it, right? He's at his lowest point. There's no way you're thinking that he's going to walk through that door. You're like, shit. What's going to happen?
Yeah.
What's going to happen? And then that happens, you're like, oh my God, yeah.
also, you think about this might not have happened if Clubber Lang hadn't gotten in his face and insulted him.
So Clubber Lang really is the good guy in this movie.
I don't know if he's a good guy. He's like
the good guy.
I'm fucking around by
That was enough for Apollo to go like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see
you
what it
don't
is.
deserve this.
You're a chump.
Wow.
Yeah.
Clubber Lang was too good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, inadvertently, he's maybe the good thing in this movie, bringing everybody together. I mean, he's still a bitch, but well, ain't no bitch because he'll beat my ass.
But you're right though. This scene is equivalent to having all 3 Spider-Man coming into
It is.
right?
Yeah. No, you're right. It is.
I will say this: another reason why it's fun to have Apollo Creed come in here is because it's just I like counting how many times he's gonna say "Eye of the Tiger."
You had that eye of the tiger, man. The edge.
That's one.
Take a drink.
Yeah.
Take a drink.
Cue the song.
Yep. Here's another one.
Eye of the tiger, man. Eye of the tiger. Come on.
Take 2
He's
drinks.
getting paid every time he says it.
Yeah. Here's another one.
Don't tell me what you think. Go out there and do it, Rock. Eye of the tiger. You understand?
Eye of the Tiger. Yeah, I know you've been talking about this goddamn Eye of the Tiger this whole movie.
Once you get the tiger in this ring, let him finish the fight.
That damn tiger running around blind.
I forgot about this, man. I love when he says you got to get back to the basics. I mean, we got to go back to the gutter. Like he took them back to Skid Row, where it's just a street of despair. where all the bums look like Popeye.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just despair.
Popeye looking.
He's drinking your mama's
wine.
sweet wine.
Yeah, sweet wine.
Man.
You saw this Popeye?
Yeah, man, Popeye. Black Popeye was out there.
The Black Popeye. This dude definitely, man.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's a little slower than ski nowadays.
He got a case of the ski. Because they got that scene where they bring Paulie and all he saw was, and I'm sure the people in the audience, all they saw was scary black dudes.
Yeah. See that look in their eyes, right?
Rock?
Good fuck, Rock. I trained hard, but I didn't have that look in my eyes. You had it.
Well, that's this.
Damn, that one.
That is the scariest looking Jerry curl I've ever seen.
No shit.
It hide in the shadows and shit.
I know Candyman works at this club.
You would not make fun of his Jerry curl.
No, hell no. In fact, that's very nice, sir. May I buy you some activator?
Can I get you a towel?
And from here, it's really funny to see how Clubber just got into Rocky's head, man. Rocky King, every time he spars, all he sees is Mr. T.
Oh, man.
In fact, got little T's going around his head.
He's hooking. Damn, Ron, come on!
It doesn't hurt. It doesn't help when you yell.
I like the tight shorts, got that bulge down there and shit. Yeah, they wore a lot of tight shit back in the day, man. Yeah, from here, he's all shook up and everything. And from this moment, the movie's going through his usual motions. Rock is all shook up, man. We think he's done. Nice crop top, by the way.
Yeah. Carl Weathers, he's working it, man.
It's back in the day when you could wear that stuff, man. Tube socks, booty shorts, and crop tops.
Well, that was what's funny with Mr. T on David Letterman. He said combat boots and the tube socks pulled up over his pants.
That was the look back then when you dressed like a gay 8-year-old. Yeah, I don't really work today, but it's a different time.
It's over. It's all over.
I just want to toss rocks.
Yeah. And see, this is the point of the movie where I say it gives you what you want from a Rocky movie, but it's also going through the motions. It's because everything is just kind of falling in its usual place.
Yeah. He's training, he doubts himself.
Yeah,
pep talk.
He doubts himself. They got to bring the drama in with, drama in this movie just means yelling.
Nothing is real if you don't believe in who you are. That's not it. That is it.
We all shut
up. My family's here on vacation. We just enjoy the water.
Just yelling. But the speech worked.
Yeah.
And the thing is, how do we know it worked? Because them horns come in.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
When them trumpets come in.
This dude's coming in.
And you get your montage, and now that it's triumphant.
Yes.
This not only is just a montage, but now, since everybody's into it, they focus on body parts now. Ass and legs.
Yeah, man.
Things.
Your bulges.
And tube socks.
Tube socks for days with the stripes.
Yeah.
And we know that Rock's gonna be okay because that montage work. How do we know the montage work? Because we get a nice splashy wet hug at the end. Just two kids playing with sprinklers. You make me wet.
Oh, it's so good.
Okay, so we're near the end of this review and this discussion. Yeah. But I will say that as much as I've been talking about the fight scenes and how I've been really giving them credit for just letting the camera stay on them and take these punches, I not for a minute did I buy this strategy at the end. This last fight. So he knows that he can't beat him with strength. He has to beat him with ingenuity right here. So what he does is what you see with a lot of it's a normal tactic. Just kind of do the rope-a-dope thing. Just let your opponent tire themselves out.
An endurance test.
Mm-hmm. But we're talking about Clubber Lang. You don't have that kind of endurance to take those punches, man. Those are the punches that knocked him out early on in the movie. And he's hitting him even more and harder here. No, I was like, bullshit.
Okay,
I was like,
the reason his rope-a-dope doesn't work, because to actually rope-a-dope, you cover yourself and you let your arms get hit.
No, exactly.
He's letting him, he's like, I'm rope-a-doping him, but with my face.
Yeah, he's taking the punches to the face.
Yeah.
What knocked him out early in the movie.
He's doing the dope rope.
Yeah.
He got it backwards.
Yeah. He should be losing.
Well, you got to remember, he had the montage.
Oh, of course.
And he has his best black friend now who helped him.
That's
so he has
he passed off his black powers.
His mystical, magical black friend. Of course. So that's what happened. So you gotta put that in there too.
And he's the titular character.
Well, no, that's why he's going to win. I'm just saying this strategy at the end of taking that many punches to the face and to the body, that nearly killed him earlier. Like, this is bullshit at the end. But you know what it is that at this point, we're rushing just to let Rocky win.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest things with that I have a problem with the movie. We're just trying to hurry up and get to the point, the inevitable win for Rocky. Plus, there are points when Clubber Lang should have been suspended, man, or disqualified. Like he loses his, first of all, he should have been disqualified for pushing people in the ring.
Yeah.
But he loses his shit in the middle of the fight where they have to restrain him like he's some kind of wild, crazy animal. He's insane. They would disqualify him for being insane.
Get your hands off me.
Well, you know, you think about Mike Tyson biting off Evander Holyfield's ear. They sat on it for a little bit. It wasn't even like a quick, like, okay, this is done. They were like, well, the referees have to discuss what happened.
Hey, the man's ear. What the yeah, I love that. You know, they wanted him. They want Rocky to take the abuse. Now, I thought it would have been better had he almost been down and out, bloodied his face like they did at the beginning of the film. That would have made him more believable. He's clean.
Yeah,
he's clean, and then he comes in, and of course, you know, hey, the inevitable victory. Now, those are the same punches he was giving him.
Yeah,
and he's returning it, and he's going down. And by the way, I don't think he would take those punches like that. I think he would take them a little bit. I think he'd take them better the way they built this character up. Now, Will, I did like that Rocky was so exhausted at the end. He just had linguini body at the end.
He couldn't even jump right.
Yeah. He's like those 3D models where they don't have no bones in them. Yeah, just rubbery.
He still can't relax. Clubber Lang might get up and
might come for him.
I'll kill you, fool. I ain't done yet.
I did like the end of the movie, though. The very end, like that they solidified that Apollo and Rocky are friends.
Yeah.
I love this. And,
the third match.
Because he's been saying, you owe me a favor. He's like, what favor you talking about? And it was... And everybody kind of predicted, because I saw it as a kid. I was like, oh, they're going to fight at the end. They got to.
Yeah, this was...
I think you taught me too good. Look and fly.
Look out now.
Carl Weathers doesn't get enough credit.
He's great in this movie. He's great in the entire series.
Yeah, he is. Now, Carl Weathers is a great man. Now I want to see Action Jackson. I've never seen it before.
Yeah. It's not terrible. Plus, Carl Weathers is 2 years younger than him in this movie.
Is he?
Really?
Yeah. Wow. Okay. I did not know that.
No, you don't want any of this. Come on. Ready?
Yep.
Yeah, and
that is
goes to the Leroy Neiman painting.
Yeah, and then they became enemies after that.
Do you know who won that fight?
No, Apollo, right? They say it in.
They confirm it in Creed. Rocky says,
okay.
your dad beat me again.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Oh, nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they have that. Yeah, it goes into that. At the end, goes into that painting, which I took off, but I shouldn't have, because it's actually a really good painting.
That's a great freeze frame.
It is.
Oh
It
my
is.
God,
Yeah.
how iconic is that?
Good way to end it.
That's awesome.
Knocked the yell out his ass. Kind of falls on, the faults lie with this finally entering into, true franchise blockbuster territory. But it's this is a very entertaining movie. And like I said, there's a lot of subtleties in this movie that I think people don't give this movie credit for. But I enjoyed it. And Mr. T,
he's a great villain.
Amazing.
He's very good.